Welcome to Aquarium Dog. I'm from Queens, New York, but I've traveled around the world, and now I'm back home in the NYC. Well, actually, Suffolk County, Long Island. I got some real cool stuff for you. Subscribe, like, and comment. Hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, back in another video about fish, and we're talking about fish and dogs, and then taking you to new places about fish and dogs, and that's it.
Yeah, it's raining in New York, actually pouring. I'm headed to do this fish thing. I'm on my way from work. Walking in the rain, no big deal. I like water. At Washington's warehouse. Told you I was going to bring you a pretty cool show today, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he does and his fish.
Hey, hello everybody. Here we actually have a fish farm down in South America, Ecuador to be exact, and what we do is we produce live goby. This fish comes in a box with no water. We fly it in, and the flight's about 9 hours in duration. By the time it gets here, we take it out the box and drop it in the water. I'm gonna show you how it's done.
We're talking about a fish that travels 10, 12 hours on a plane without any water, survives the trip, gets put into the water, and presto, there you have it. The fish is still alive. Now let's check out his operation.
So we're live, we're about to get the shipment here.
That's great, but before we get into all of that, Washington, let's tell them where it comes from. Ecuador is anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5 hours away from New York on a non-stop flight. The home base company is over 100 acres large, and there are large multiple breeding ponds that are equipped with filtration and hold thousands of gallons. There is a crew that works the grounds and walks around with nets and caters to the fish and checks them periodically. They check for size, weight, and to make sure that they're healthy. As the fish grow, they are shifted from pond to pond, all the while eating organic pellets, and eventually they are harvested. And here we see the workers weighing them and placing them in smaller tanks to prepare them for shipping. Before they are shipped, they are purged and they are checked one last time to ensure quality. The fish are then boxed and driven to the airport on a 1-hour ride. They travel anywhere from 6.5 to 7.5 hours back to New York, and end up in a cargo area just like this. They are then loaded into the vans and brought to the warehouse.
So we're live, we're about to get the shipment here. We're about to make this, open these fish up. My fish come from Ecuador, and they come in a box.
Yeah.
My fish survive out of water for about 16 hours. They survive the flight.
Oh.
141? No, there was more. No, hold on. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Today I have total boxes. Hold on. I have 141. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. I have 141 boxes coming in today. So the Chinese call this fish Goby, and they have them all in the Chinese supermarkets. But the scientific name is Dormitator latifrons.
Dormitator latifrons is also known by its common name, the Pacific Fat Sleeper. It is a species of sleeper goby that is found all the way from California down to the point of South America, where it can be found in stagnant, sluggish, or brackish waters nearby marine waters. They normally breed where the water mixes from marine to fresh, or from fresh to marine. The males of this species can reach a length of 16 inches, while some of the females reach up to 15 inches. This fish is actually considered a pest in some of the native countries. It is an endemic species. It overpopulates and takes over any general area that it is found in. Some people look at it as a disgusting fish because of what it eats. It lives off of the waste and garbage that humans produce in stagnant areas. Although when farm raised and fed the appropriate nutrition and organic meals, this fish is highly sought after for its delicious meat.
It's very cold. The cold is very bad for my fish. They're supposed to put the heaters in the water, but they ended up putting the heaters for the room. Now it's warm in here. It's cold? Well, it's better than last time. So we actually also sell these stone crabs. As you can see here, fresh stone crabs. They always want over 2 pounds. Live product.
So while exploring the other part of the warehouse, I see a nice little wrestling match happening. Who doesn't like a nice little wrestling match between lobsters?
And these right here are Maine lobsters. This is actually a small one for what we usually want to produce. But like I said, we're the biggest wholesalers of live seafood in New York City and all the East Coast. We're trying to expand to the West Coast, LA. We're walking back here and see what's going on. The time frame where we get the fish get here from Ecuador, our mortality rate has to be kept at a minimum. That's how we lose money.
We want to keep all these fish alive, guys.
We want to see all these fish alive. Let's see how many died in the past couple of minutes that we had stepped out. The water's too low. So you throw it hard, it hits the floor. Slowly. And if you go like this, so like this, you can so it hits the water's too low. The water's too low. How do you say that? Alright, let me see how much there we got. Who you? You gotta go back, man. Oh, we got more now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. This one's alive. Don't throw this one out. This is good. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got a 50 pounds dead already. 50 times 5. That's my dead. We're trying to get my client's operation up to par with our level of excellence. We can't have any more of these dead fish. There's no way. We're in the business of selling live fish for anybody in the industry that wants to buy them, whether it's for consumption or aquatic or pets. The fish is all dying and they're getting poisoned, so we can't eat it. So this is actually safer to eat than the ocean fish, believe it or not, and healthy, because I feed it organic feed. This is where my fish ends up, on somebody's dinner's plate. There's all types of fish. Chinese love fish. Ah, me some honey. Because fish make you horny. They absorb the power of the fish. Pretty much. Lobsters, crabs, eels, all types of fish. I believe that's white tilapia over there. Farm raised tilapia, which is actually not a good fish because if it comes from China, it's extremely dirty. They feed it shit. Hell.
Weird. I'm not stop. You look weird. I'm not doing that. Stop.
We're right here in Main Street, Queens, Flushing, New York. And the fish, it ends up in places like this for everybody to enjoy. And they end up in places like this.
Stay tuned. Got lots more in store for you guys. If you have any information you'd like to share, any comments, please do so. Subscribe and like the page. Just a quick note about the natural habitat that these animals live in. Many reef systems around the world are being impacted by wasteful emissions as well as pollution, in turn creating climate change. Let's do our part and help out wherever we can by reducing emissions, whether that means not driving cars often unless you really have to, and not supporting industries that create tons of waste.